Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Backpacking. I am Mackenzie Nelson, and welcome to Montenegro. I am actually leaving Montenegro right now. I am leaving Kotor to go to Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I am attempting to catch the 7:40 a.m. bus. Yesterday, I hate to admit, but I missed my bus. It wasn't entirely my fault though. I got to the bus station with plenty of time, like 30 minutes before the time of the bus, and the guy told me that the bus was 3 hours late, and I was just like, oh my god, that's crazy. So I was just like, you know what, it is what it is. I have to deal with it. I'm just gonna sit in the corner and read my book. They had like a little coffee shop. I got a coffee, I was reading my book, and I was right there, right next to the bus. About 2 hours and 15 minutes into waiting, I was like, you know, I need to go to the bathroom. So I take my euro coin to go and use the restroom. It's like a little bit of line. It's like around the corner from like the main bus station. And I go through whatever. I think I have plenty of time. I still wait another 45 minutes. I hit that 3 hour mark and I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, like to the bus to Mostar, is it more delayed? Is it still delayed? Like what's going on? Is it canceled? And he goes, it left 30 minutes ago. And I was like, what? Like I was right here. So I worked it out that was the time I was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom for probably 10 or 15 minutes. So in that time, the bus came, everybody got on, except for me, and left. So he started yelling at me, saying it was my fault. Just started being immediately very defensive. And I was just like, hey, look, can I please just change my bus ticket, this expensive bus ticket, to the one in the morning? And he made me pay another 10 euros, but it's better than paying like a whole new ticket. And I've literally never missed a bus or a plane or a ferry or a train or anything in my entire travel. So I was really, really upset about it. But it wasn't a bad place to be upset about it because the hostel I was staying in, Hostel Pupa, like they had room, so it's fine. This is why I like to have flexible plans while traveling. And I also contacted the hostel I was going to in Mostar and just let them know what happened. They said, no worries, come tomorrow. I was like, oh, thank God. So anyways, now we're coming today, and I'm very excited to get to Mostar. So let's go. Welcome to Mostar. I've settled into the hostel and it is such a cute hostel. And it's like the sweetest lady that owns it or like runs it. And when I checked in, she gave me like some kind of lemonade or juice with like a rice pudding. It was so good and so sweet. She did let me know though that I have to pay for the hostel for last night, even though I missed my bus, and I let her know. But I totally get that, but I am sad about it. But then I already extended for one more night because it already seems so cozy in the hostel. I can't wait to show you guys. But now I'm just exploring Mostar. It's like Old Town, the bazaar area. And because Mostar, or Bosnia in general, were ruled by the Ottoman times and the Ottomans, there's a lot of like Turkish influence, which was very similar in Albania, but it's like so much more here. There's like Turkish lamps and copper and yeah, Turkish rugs, things like that. They also do Bosnian coffee, which I want to try, which is very similar to a Turkish coffee. Behind me here is the most famous bridge in like all of Bosnia and all of the Balkans area. I think it's called the Stari Most. It is such a high bridge. I'm gonna go walk on it right now, but usually you could see some guys up there all day asking for tips and then they'll jump off. And I don't know if you can really tell, but it's so high up. I think you have to be pretty professional diver, pretty professional swimmer to do that, because even the river down below, the current is so strong. It's a Sunday, people are telling me that everything is closed, and like there's nothing closed. I think it's only the grocery stores that are closed and banks and stuff like that, but everything's open. It is so busy in Old Town right now. Just walked through the bazaar, a lot of like local but also very touristy souvenir things. But anyways, here's the bridge. Just walked here. It was not even a far walk at all, but look at this view. So I was just over there. Wow. And look how beautiful that water is.
And we consider it as the most special part of this ritual. We don't want it to get lost. And once we did that, then we take the pot and we just simply pour it off.
Okay, we're going to try the Bosnian coffee, which is very similar to Turkish coffee. And she taught us how to pour it and assess it and everything, which was a really cool explanation. And there's a Turkish delight. Yeah. Very good. The old bazaar, or like the market, started getting so busy. It was quite overwhelming. So I actually snuck off to a little cafe to try some Bosnian coffee, which is very similar to the Turkish coffee. But I found a place called Cafe del Alma, and it was really cool because she like sat down with me and showed me, explained everything, showed me how to make the coffee the traditional way. She actually made it for me, and it was really good. It was a lot better than Turkish coffee, which isn't my favorite, but I still wanted to try. And then she gave me a little Turkish delight too, and that was really yum. That was €3 or 6 mark for a Bosnian coffee, so not really any cheaper than a latte. So I think next time I'll get a latte. It is only like just before 6 p.m., but I was just really hungry walking around the town, and so I went and just got a cheap ciabatta plate, but this time they put white onion and like bread with the ciabatta, and usually I've just had it with like yogurt. I've had it in like Montenegro and Kosovo and Macedonia, and I think Albania, so I've had it quite a few times, and it's really, really good. It's like a minced beef and veal sausagey kind of thing, but this time was with bread and white onion, and it was actually really, really tasty with that mixed all together. Super good. But look at these beautiful buildings just behind me. So beautiful. I gotta find an ATM and sort out my hostel, because I haven't paid for the hostel yet, because I have literally, at that point, I have no money. Like not a single euro, not a single Bosnian mark. I need to get some money. So I just tried this Asa Bank, which I was told that doesn't have ATM fees, but it did. It was a 15 mark fee, which is quite high, really, really high actually. And I hate that I just paid that. But the other one that I think is free is like so far away, and I just don't have the energy, and I really, really need money. But I was able to use my Revolut card for the first time in like 2 months. Because if you've been following along on this Balkan journey of mine, I have not been able to use my Revolut card because it is supposedly banned in Albania, Macedonia, Kosovo, and I didn't take cash out in Montenegro. So like I haven't been able to use it, so I've been getting like double fees for using my ATM card. So I'm fine. It's an expensive fee to pay, but it's fine. We have money, and we have money for like all of Bosnia until I leave the Balkan region, so we're good. Good morning, everybody. The hostel that I'm staying at, Hostel Majdas, which I am 100% going to show you, because if you're coming to Mostar, there's literally no better option than to stay at this hostel. Majdas is like the woman who runs the hostel, and her brother puts on like a day tour of like the surrounding area of Mostar, and there's some like waterfalls and some like cool historical sites that I'm gonna hop on this day tour today. It is €50, quite expensive, and I think you have to pay the waterfall entrance by yourselves, which is also €10, and then you get lunch, which they say is another €10. So it's a really expensive day, but I think that it is like the best. I've literally heard so much about this day tour from this hostel, so I'm very, very excited. It'll be very informational, very fun to get to swim in the waterfalls as well and see like surrounding area of Mostar. So we're just gathering up our stuff now. I got on a swimsuit, just bringing my GoPro, some sunnies, a hat. I don't really know what to expect. I don't think that we're walking too much, but I'm very, very excited. So let's go. And as well, there's I think like 30 people at this hostel, but only 6 of them could go on a day tour at a time. So if you know that the hostel is fully booked in the time that you're coming, make sure that you find their WhatsApp number and text them and tell them what day you want to join the tour, and then they can put you on the list, because I think there's only 6 spots in the car, maybe even 5. So I texted her 2 days ago and let her know I want to join, and she put my name on the list, and so now I get to go, but it is sold out, and if you have limited time in Mostar, that could be a bummer if you don't get to do this. So just something to help you guys out as well. Now let's go.
If I had a boat, I would sail out, take every brother and sister of mine. We'd roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark, hoping to find somewhere we can call home. But it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water. If I had some time, I'd be biting it well, but my house is on fire, there's no one left to tell. Just take what is given, the doors have been sealed. Just breathe in the poison and hope God is real. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. I'll pick you violet flowers if I get there faster than you. 'Cause it's mad, yeah, it's mad. Oh, the whole world's mad. 'Cause it's mad, it's all mad. It's mad out there. It's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water.
Good morning, everybody. I am up quite early, not really by choice. There was 2 out of the 4 people in my dorm that were getting up for the 6:30 a.m. bus. And so they woke me up at like 5:45, and they weren't trying to be quiet at all. So anyways, I'm up, and I decided this is probably a really good time to walk around and see the city when there's little crowds and it's quiet. Shops aren't super open. Like, I think that this would be a very nice, peaceful time. So I got my booty up, and here I am. Maybe I'll be out and I'll get a coffee or a pastry or something. But yesterday's tour was so cool. It was definitely highly recommended for a reason. Bata, the guy who did the tour, is the brother of the owner of the hostel, and he's been doing this tour for like 20 years, so he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's saying, and he keeps you engaged by making you laugh and kind of bullying you too. It was jam-packed with so much information on Bosnian culture, Bosnian history, and at parts it got really sad as well. Like, he was very brutal with how he would explain things, and in that regard, that's why I didn't film too much speaking, because he was constantly telling stories and constantly explaining things, and he asked that that is not on camera, so I totally respect that. It is very sensitive history, and because it's still very recent as well, like only in the past 30 years, like he's still trying to understand everything and deal with his trauma, if you will. So it was really cool. And if you do come to Mostar, like I said, there's no better hostel than to stay at Hostel Majdas and do that tour with Uncle Bata, is what he called himself. But as well as so much history and storytelling, we got to see a lot of the cool sites around Mostar. So we went to the waterfalls, an old medieval like village from 15th century, as well as a dervish house from the 15th century that was set on this beautiful river next to these ginormous caves with also lots of history. So there's just not enough time in this video to explain everything I learned to you guys, so you're just gonna have to come to Mostar. And when you do, take a tour if you're going to those places, because I feel like I would have rocked up and not known anything and been like, oh, this is pretty, this is cool, but I wouldn't have known any of the history. So make sure you learn something when you're here. So much better than the other day. So quiet. Like shops are just opening, so all the shop owners are like, why is she out right now? To see this. Peace. I want to correct myself from what I said the other day at this very spot about the old bridge. It is called the Old Bridge, the Stari Most, but what I learned yesterday is that all 5 bridges in Mostar were burnt down in the war to limit access from Serbia's side and Croatia's side to get access to each other. And so all, like including this bridge, was burnt down and rebuilt. So it is the old new bridge, but kind of boasts about a new bridge to the Serbians when they rebuilt it. So it's a beautiful bridge, and it stands tall and mighty, and it will forever live long, Bosnia.
Waiting for your call.
I also learned yesterday that you could actually pay to jump off this bridge. The ones that are like in the Speedos walking around asking for money, they're like the professional divers of like Divers of Mostar or whatever. There's like an office on the other side of this bridge. But guy from the hostel, it was his birthday yesterday, and he was like, I came to Mostar because I know that I could pay 50 euro and he could jump off this bridge, and he did. And you have to go through some levels. I think you have to do like a 5 meter and then a 10 meter, and then this is 24 meters down to the surface of the water, and I suppose the water is super deep. I would maybe do the 10 meter, but I would get up on there and I'd be like, oh my goodness, pull me back over the rail, because that is so crazy. But he did it, and he showed me the video, and it looked amazing. And I suppose the early bird gets the worm, because I am the only one on this bridge right now. I didn't even think that I would be able to say that the other day. Wow.
I'm motionless in this world of stories, like stone. I'll be here forever, waiting for your call.
I was told about that there is actually a beach that you could swim in Mostar, and it's literally called, on Google Maps, literally called the beach under the mosque. Here's the mosque, and here's the beach. So it really is a beach under the mosque. It's like rocky, and the current looks really strong of the river, but there's some like mermaid pool situations where like you could just sit and enjoy. of the old bridge. Perfect people watching place, but a diver just hopped up on the bridge, and so I think he's gonna dive pretty soon. He's probably gonna walk around, ask for some money, and then probably in an hour or so he's gonna dive. But I ordered a Bosnian coffee and a little Turkish sweet to wait here because I want to watch. Oh, thank you.
Do you need sugar?
No, that's okay. Thank you. Okay, let's see if I know how to make this. Cheers.